Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. I'm excited for this one. We are doing another tier list. We are ranking every single FUT hero in the game. By my counting, there is 40 different heroes, lots of different positions. I'm looking forward to this one. I have pretty much used nearly all of these cards through draft or in my actual team. There's barely any I've not used, and if I've not used them, I've played against them all either in draft or rivals at some point. As always, my experience is mostly based on new gen, but I have tried old gen a little bit off stream and watched plenty of it, so I have a pretty good idea. And if a player I think is going to be better on new gen but not as good on old gen or vice versa, I will say. As always, for my tier list, I am ranking the card purely based on the card itself, not its price, not its links, and yeah, it's just purely like, do I think this card's better than another card? I will talk when I'm on about a specific card, say, okay, this card is a bit easier to link in and stuff, but we're trying to base them purely on the actual card. We use FUT GG for these tier lists, thank you to them. They allow us to very easily download images of players, which we use for the tier list, and then we'll look at the stats on there. Lots of great FUT websites like that, FUTWiz, FUTBin, FUT GG, all great websites. We're going to go from the lowest rated to the highest rated. Does not necessarily mean, though, on the heroes that the highest rated are always the best. We'll start with Al O'Ryan. I don't even know if that's how I pronounce it right. We're going to be getting World Cup heroes for all the new ones that are added this year. I will be doing a tier list for them as well when they come out. I appreciate you guys watching this content, by the way. I'm going to do an attackers tier list and icon tier list in the next few days as well, so stay tuned. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Every day, new content to help you guys get better at the game. Okay, Al O'Ryan. Really, really good. 4-star, 4-star. Pretty good on the ball. Decent physical. Passing, not great, but not bad for a striker. He's got really good alternate positions, which is nice. Pretty good. When you put a Deadeye on him, he gets really good shooting and really good passing. You could go an Architect, but for me personally, I think Deadeye works quite well. Finisher is another option to get him to 99 finishing, 99 dribbling. I would probably go that. Al O'Ryan for me, even if you don't include all his alternate positions, because you have to remember, heroes are getting full chemistry as long as they're in the right position. I'm putting him in A tier. I think he's one of the best heroes, to be honest. He's very usable. I really like him. I think the hero promo is one of the best things that's happened to FUT in the last few years. I think this year, especially with them getting full chemistry in every position, is really nice. They're very good for team building. They give 2 chemistry to whichever league they're in and 1 to the nation. So heroes are really good, and I'm excited to see what they do with heroes throughout the year. Clint Dempsey, 4-4. That's really nice. Decent pace. Pretty good shooting. If we was ranking him based on his chemistry, the US and MLS is pretty poor, but we're not. Good physically. Honestly, a bit of an underrated card. He's never worth a lot because of the way he links players in, but purely based on the card, I'm going to go B tier for him. He would probably be like C, borderline D, if it was based on his chemistry. But he's actually a pretty solid card, to be honest, in the attack. Actually, we're going to go C tier because he can't defend, so he can't really play midfield. I'm not sure he's quite good enough in some other areas to be like a top attacker. But it is honestly a solid card. Are there any more 85s? I think Crouch is one. Can we see him? Crouch, Keel. Yeah, there's a few. Okay. Peter Crouch. Bit of a weird card. I think he's definitely going to be better on new gen where crossing and heading's a little bit more good. Really slow, but with length he'll help him a bit. Okay passing. Pretty bad on the ball. Amazing in the air. You put an Architect on this boy, or a Hawk, or one of these cards that gives good jumping. I'd probably go a Hawk on him. He's not bad. I'm going to put him in C tier. If you really utilise crossing, maybe he could be B tier. Later on in the year, if Crouch gets a few special cards that really up his stats, he could be a very interesting card, honestly, with how tall he is. Tim Cahill, one of the heroes we had last year. Can play centre mid. 4-star weak foot's nice. Very, very good physical, which matters a lot in this game, but he is a little small at 5'10". Not too bad, though. Pretty solid card. Doesn't massively excel in any area bar the physical. I quite like him, though. He's going to be towards the top of the C tier. Could be pushing B tier. Honestly, though, a lot of these heroes are really good, and I'm trying to base it for the hero, how good they are. But yeah, the hero promo this year is really good. Rickon's 3-star, 4-star. decent pace, solid passing. I think his physical and defending to the point that he can't really play centre mid very well. And he's not that. He doesn't excel enough in any of these areas to be a great attacker. I'm gonna put Rickon, honestly, probably in D tier. It's more just because these cards are a bit more well-rounded or have better skills or weak foot, things like that, or just like Crouch. Whilst he's not as good in some areas, he's so good at one thing, being clinical and in the air, that he goes above Rickon for me. Rickon probably is one of the worst ones you can pack. Is there any more 85s? Nope. We'll go for Dirk Kuyt next. Decent link with the Dutch. Centre mid's a very nice position for him to be able to play. 3-star, not great. Very good physical, solid passing, one of the best shooting base stats in the game. Solid pace, decent on the ball, good enough defensive awareness to play centre mid. I'm going to go top of B tier for Dirk Kuyt. He isn't far off A tier for me as a box-to-box centre mid right now, but he doesn't quite excel in any area enough for me to really push him to that. El Jaber. I packed this guy my road to glory. Fast, good shooting, pretty bad passing, not the best physicality, okay on the ball, 3-star. We're going C tier. His pace gets him into the C tier for me. Park Ji-sung. Very versatile. His World Cup card, I think, can play centre mid. That would be really nice. 4-star weak foot's nice. Good on the ball, quick, decent shooting, good passing. Very nice physical, especially with that stamina. Very good defensive awareness. Park, the only problem with him is it's hard to fit him in as a centre mid. But if you can get him in as a centre mid, he's amazing there. Out wide, he's pretty good. Park is an A tier player for me. And he could be another one with more cards, could be special. Solskjaer. 3-star, 4-star. Clinical, bad passing, bad physical. Very average on the ball, but very clinical with good weak foot, decent pace. He's probably going to be a C tier player for me. The weak foot, if you had 3-star weak foot, he could be borderline D, but he's good enough in some areas. Capdevere. His World Cup card, I think, gets 90 pace, which is quite a good upgrade on this guy. An anchor makes him lengthy. I think that making him lengthy is really good. Solid enough passing. Okay on the ball, very elite defending at this point, good physical, decent pace, lengthy. Capdevere is going probably like B tier for me. Obviously, he's not a great hero to pack. He's only a fullback, but for his position, when I'm ranking cards, I base them for the position that they could take up on the pitch. Robbie Keane, actually a pretty underrated hero, I think, to be honest. Solid pace, very good shooting, 4-star. The vision and short pass matter the most, and they're okay. Good on the ball. That physical is not actually that bad, but he's just a little bit small. That would be the issue for me. I'd probably be looking at getting a Hawk on him. Gets that shooting really good. Makes his physical decent. Good pace. I'm going bottom of B tier for me. I think it's a pretty good card. Where is he? Robbie Keane. Where have you gone? There we go. Jersey Dudek. He's a keeper at the end of the day. Nothing too exciting. 6'1". Very good reflexes, which is nice. But 6'1's pretty bad for a keeper. I'm putting him D tier because I just think it's a keeper who's small. You don't really care about that. Govu. French player. 4-star skills is nice. Good pace. Very, very good shot. Solid passing. Pretty good on the ball. Okay physical, but not the best. If he had a 4-star weak foot, I'd be putting him a bit higher, but I think the 3-star weak foot does lower him a bit. Very good links, but obviously we're not rating him high because of that. Govu for me, I'm gonna put him at top of. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna put him around here. I think honestly, people will pick him over Keane, but Keane having better physical, better weak foot. I would rather have Robbie Keane in my team, which most people might say sacrilege, but I think this Robbie Keane is better than people give credit. Landon Donovan. US legend. Fast, good shooting, okay passing, bad physical, decent on the ball, 4-star. He's at the top of the C tier for me. He's like Robbie Keane, just worse basically, I would say. But he is a good card still. Lundberg. That is Lundberg, yep. 4-star. Quick, decent passing, pretty solid physical, decent on the ball, not the best shot. Honestly, probably again, top of C tier around there. Mostovoy. Now, Mostovoy is basically a bit of a worse KDB, who I think made it to the S tier for our midfielder tier list right now. Mostovoy got a good shot, one of the best passers, good physical for a midfielder, good enough defending to play centre mid. He can play cam, good on the ball, especially with that 90 dribbling. 5-star weak foot. Mostovoy is going in the bottom of the A tier for me. One of the most underrated and best value heroes we've got. Smolarek. Not that one. We don't want that one. That one looks pretty juiced up there. Smolarek is amazing until you see the 3-star, 3-star. The 3-star, 3-star really do pull him down, sadly. For me, I really would struggle to use a striker who's 3-star, 3-star. It's amazing. If he gets promos in the future where he gets 4-star, 4-star, he will shoot up this list. But the fact he's a striker with those positions lowers him for me. He's going to be around here in the B tier for me. He's got much better stats than Keel, but 4-star, 4-star is big. Smolarek, honestly, if he was 4-star with a 5-star, it'd be S tier. 4-star, 4-star, it'd be around here. He'd probably even be bordering S tier with 4-star, 4-star, but no scoop turn. So limited on one foot, you can shove him onto it. It's pretty bad for me. And that's it for 86s. We'll go Campos next. Campos, juiced up stats for a keeper. The fastest keeper I've ever seen on foot. Crazy diving, great reflexes. But he is 5'7". Why would you ever use a 5'7" keeper? He is the worst hero in my opinion. Joe Cole. Joe Cole, 4-star, 4-star, quick, solid shot, very good passing, pretty bad physical, very good on the ball. Joe Cole is going at the top of the B tier for me. Harry Keel does have the outside the foot shooting trait. Quick, good shot, elite passing, very good on the ball. Good, no, not good physical, sorry, pretty bad physical to be fair. Harry Keel is going around top of B tier as well. He played better for me than Joe Cole, but the 4-star weak foot to 3-star puts Joe Cole above, I'd say. Yaya Torre, I think we all know where Yaya's going. Honestly, overpriced, I think, this card, but he's still one of the very best midfielders in the game. Elite physical, elite passing, great shot for a midfielder, good defending, fine on the ball, very good pace, especially with the lengthy. His World Cup card getting 4 pace and 2 or 3 on the other stats is going to be a top tier midfielder. Yaya Torre, he's going straight into the S tier. I don't think we could really put him anywhere else, to be honest. The Carter, 4-star, 4-star, decent on the ball, pretty good shot. The finishing's not great, but when you put a finisher on him, gets him maxed out dribbling, really good finishing, really good shot power, pretty poor physical, not good enough defending to go centre mid. I'd put him as a cam, and as a cam, honestly, this Nicar, especially with the chemistry style and the way it would work on him, is probably going to be bottom A tier for me. I'd prefer him to some of these cards. A lot of people might be surprised that he's this high, but when you look at that chemistry style and how good it makes him, I really rate that card. Cordoba. Now, with pace not being as important, Cordoba not even being able to get a lengthy, that does lower him a bit for me. He's got very good defending, very good physical, good on the ball, can turn and he's rapid, but 5'8" on a game where it matters a lot more to be big, just the big body types. Cordoba for me on new gen is going to be probably towards the top end of B tier. On old gen, he could be borderline A/S, but on new gen, I just can't put him that high, to be honest. Marquisio, 4'4", not the biggest, but such good, well-rounded stats, such a great all-round midfielder. We're putting him in the S tier. Brolin, bad weak foot, but got skill moves, great shot, good passing, pretty bad physical, good on the ball. If he had a 4-star weak foot, he'd be going higher in this list, I think. But I think for me, he's probably going to be pushing around there. That's the 87s. We'll go Mascarado next. Mascarado's another one who suffers because he's small, elite defending and physical, good on the ball, good passing. Probably works better at CDM, but he's just too small for me. I'm probably putting him top of C tier for now. He's already bought 88. Yeah, we'll do it 88. It's JJ Kocha. Downgraded from an icon this year. One of the best players on the game on the ball. 5-star skills, quick, pretty good shot. I think with Deadeye really elevates his stats. He's a very, very solid all-round card. JJ Kocha's going round top of A tier for me. Go Marquez next. Not the fastest, but he does get lengthy, decent height, elite defending, very, very good physical, decent on the ball, very good passing for a centre-back. Marquez for me is going towards this part of B tier. On old gen, I would rather have Cordoba. On new gen though, the height, being a bit bigger and physical, makes him better than Cordoba for me personally. Diego Forlan. Some very nice stats. He gets a +3 on his World Cup card. If he gets 5-star on one of his, maybe on his weak foot for the World Cup, he will be an S tier card. But for me, good physical but not great. Good passing but not great. Great shooting. Pretty good pace. Okay on the ball. Diego Forlan's probably for me like towards the top end of A tier, but I'd probably put a Kocha ahead of him to be fair. Milito, another one from last year. Not great on the ball, but not bad. Okay pace, great shot, average passing, good physical. 4-star, 3-star. Diego Milito's like probably bottom end of B tier for me. Ricardo Carvalho. Unfortunately, the only way to get him lengthy is an architect, and you do want to boost the defending stats. 6 foot, not the strongest, but great on the ball, solid passing. He's honestly pretty similar to Marquez. I'd put him slightly above because he just has that little bit extra pace and a bit better stats altogether, in my opinion. Marquez does have physical. It's very tight between those two. Now we're on to the... Oh, no, not on to the 89. We've got a few left. Di Natale. On a game where big players do seem to be a bit better, Di Natale is still very, very good, to be honest. He's such a good shot. With a hawk, makes him controlled, which is better than explosive, I think. Amazing shot, fast, great on the ball, good passing, has good shooting traits. He's bottom of S tier for me. He's a bit of an exception to the small man rule. Mario Gomez, very good player on the game. A hawk on this guy. Gives him great shooting, makes him seem decent pace. He's very good target man. 4-star weak foot, big on this game. Not the worst on the ball. Bit of an average shot though. Mario Gomez for me on new gen is going at bottom of A tier. On old gen would probably be borderline B/C tier. Vola, another new card. 3-star skill moves is a bit meh, but he's got very good physicality. Even though he's 5'10", he's going to be pretty good in the air with that jumping. He's good on the ball, quick, elite shooting. Vola for me is top of A tier. Around mid A tier to be fair. Abedi Pele. Not a great shot, but decent. Pretty great passing, rapid, amazing on the ball. He's going towards the top of A tier, but just below a Kocha because he doesn't have the 5-star skills. Kapan. 3-star, 4-star, not rapid. Okay on the ball, but that dribbling's not great. Average physical, bad passing, ridiculously good shot. If he was 4-star, 4-star, I'd probably putting him in the A tier, but on a game where he's not great physical, he's not big, I'm probably putting him towards top of B tier. Collar, a little bit slow. On old gen, I'd be rating him lower, but because he's got such elite stats with an anchor, and he's lengthy, he's decent height, ridiculous defending and physical stats. On new gen, we are putting Collar probably around top of A tier. On old gen, he'd be borderline C tier, but he's so good on this game on new gen. I hate playing against him. We'll go Lucio next. Lucio's ridiculous. I think everyone knew that he'd get really high on this list. 99 strength, near 99 defending, good on the ball, lengthy, 6'2", cracked. He's debatably the best centre-back in the game. He's the best hero, probably, up until the next guy. David Genilla, one of the best value attackers in the game. He's under 2 million now after Hero Gate yesterday. 5-star, 5-star. Look at his stats with a marksman. He's just insane, this card. He has absolutely everything. Genilla is the best hero for me. I don't know if these cards that weren't aren't new heroes are getting World Cup cards. It'd be pretty cracked if Genilla could get like a 90 or a 91. Fernando Morientes, new gen, he's really, really good. Big, physical, 4-star, 4-star's great. He's okay on the ball. He's clinical. Not great pace, but not bad. Especially when you put an architect on him to make him lengthy. A hawk also makes him lengthy and really boosts his stats. I really like this card. On new gen, I'm putting him right up there in the A tier. On old gen, yeah, he probably goes about there. On old gen, I'd probably put him like mid B tier. But he's a very, very good card. That is my tier list. What do you guys think about it? I think old gen, new gen, a lot of these cards could be moved about a bit. I think there's a good spread of heroes across the board here. I really like this promo. I've seen Ledley King's been added to the database. Be interested if they had more heroes throughout the year. Be interested to see what the World Cup one's like. Appreciate you guys watching this content. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new and watched the whole way, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.